Hey guys, so we have not yet started our fourth viewing of Showgirls, but we're breaking out the special set.
Showgirls VIP edition box DVD.
It comes with a bunch of drinking games, including this one, which is Sip or Strip. What you need, Showgirls VIP edition DVD, which we have, Showgirls VIP edition playing cards, which we have, Showgirls VIP edition shot glasses, which we have, and plenty of our favorite non-alcoholic beverage. Non-alcoholic is in all caps. How to play. The biggest decision you'll make in this game is either to take a drink or to remove an article of clothing.
I'll be taking a drink.
I'll be taking a drink.
I'm wearing 2 articles of clothing.
You didn't do it. Alright, so we separate a full suit from the deck of cards.
Started yelling.
I did diamonds, because I thought that's what Crystal would like. Deal that suit. No, because she's
more about the diamonds than the hearts?
She's more about the diamonds than the hearts. Okay. I think, whatever, I don't know.
No, true. I'm with you.
Deal that suit out evenly among the players. Crap. This is not going well for us already.
Oh, God.
This is not good.
Wow.
Okay.
Should we deal the dog in?
From the leftover cards, no. The remaining 3 suits. Separate all the 2s, 3s, and 4s. These are the... I'll do that later.
This is really complicated.
Yeah, these are the Sip or Strip cards. Shuffle and place the Sip or Strip cards in a pile and put the rest of the cards aside. You go ahead and start doing that. Put the rest of the cards aside. Well, there's no time for it.
I'm sorry. Okay, what was it? 2s?
2s, 3s, and 4s.
Got it.
Then we get to then you have to watch Showgirls VIP edition DVD from the beginning and pay attention. That's in parentheses. Each player's cards
I'd say we've been paying attention.
will determine when they drink. A player cannot repeat the same option, drink or remove clothing more than 3 times in a row.
Yeah, we're
I'm gonna ignore that rule.
Yep.
Then it's 2 through 5s have a special rule. It's like each time a character says, "Darling, take a drink," or "take off an article of clothing." So if you have one of those cards, which we're only playing with 2 of us, I'm sure, I'm sure one of us definitely has a 2 through a 5. So basically, we're just going to go through each rule and drink every time that happens.
Got it.
Some of these are rules that I made already for my exercise thing. If you wanna watch Showgirls but also be fit, you can do, or just be sane and mentally stimulated. You can do what I've been doing and use the drinking game rules. But you have to do different exercises instead. So
we've also been trying to recreate each of the dance scenes. But we didn't discuss that.
No, we just started doing it.
I think I'm getting pretty good. I don't think we are going to answer what is wrong with the Elizabeths through this exercise, but I do think that whatever it is getting worse.
Yes, definitely.
All right, ready for the 3rd or the 4th showing?
Ready for the 4th showing.
All right, let's do it. Click. Hey, I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Elizabeth.
And you're watching There's Something Wrong with the Elizabeths. We're sitting here after our 4th consecutive showing of Showgirls. We've been watching for 10 hours. We now have Nomi's favorite meal, hamburgers, fries, and there's shakes over there. And it's been 10 hours of Showgirls with just us. And I'm starting to get real worried about the level of thought we're giving to this. I came up with a theory.
We're giving a lot of thought.
I came up with a theory that Nomi eats 3 hamburgers in the movie. 1 with Molly, 1 with James, and 1 after Crystal. And she asked for 1 at the rehearsal. So then I was like, is hamburger the food that she uses to seal a deal?
Yeah.
Like when you drink honey mead with Odin? and yeah, maybe it fucking is.
It means something.
So, speaking of weird theories, Lizzie really enjoys Twin Peaks, which I've never seen that show, which I should watch it. But I kind of wanted to know what it's like watching one of the main characters of Twin Peaks in such a ridiculous movie. I'm going to take a bite while you talk.
Alright, so my theory, because this came out after Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks was like 90 to 92. And this is 95. He did Flintstones in the middle there. So that could, I don't know that I'm really ready to put that into the canon of my theory, but final episode of Twin Peaks, Dale Cooper, who is the perfect man. I mean, I don't find him really physically attractive, but just his personality.
Even after this?
Right. Even after this. Yeah, Kyle MacLachlan, just something about him doesn't really do it for me, like, physically. But his personality, like Dale Cooper, I love him more than myself. He's so great. He goes in this place called the Black Lodge. Mm-hmm. And in the Black Lodge, you have you yourself and you have, like, your evil versions. Is this duality of nature, and it exists within, you yourself, the good and the bad. It's a heavily explored theme in Twin Peaks.
Does his have a goatee?
No.
Then it's not real.
There's no goatees. In Twin Peaks, there's not an evil Laura Palmer with a goatee.
Just saying.
No, he's just evil. You can just kind of tell. I don't know. And Dale Cooper gets scared. And Dale Cooper doesn't get scared. Like, he's always got his shit together. Like, he's always the winner. He's just perfect. Like, he's a good guy and good things happen to him. I don't know what to say. But he goes in there and he meets his evil self, and he's confronted by his evil self, and he cannot handle it. And he gets scared and starts running away from the badness within himself. Final episode of Twin Peaks. Good Dale Cooper. This is spoilers, but fuck you. It came out in 92,
yeah.
So you had your fucking chance. It's been 25 years.
I think they get it.
Yeah. I'm mad at you for not watching Twin Peaks yet.
I'm sitting right here.
Well,
Anyway, final episode.
The good Dale is stuck in the Black Lodge. Bad Dale is out. He is evil, and he is out and about. And my theory is that this is evil Dale, who condones violent sexual assault and rape, and is, like, two-faced, and is doing, like, this is evil Dale, his bad side. And so I'm kind of watching it like that. Like, I'm like, no, Bad Dale, no. And that's my theory.
I like it.
Thank you.
To any of you that are Twin Peaks fans, what do you think?
It's not a lot of crossover between Twin Peaks and Showgirls fans, but here's the Venn diagram right here.
That's all right. I am a giant RoboCop fan,
yes,
and a giant Starship Troopers fan.
I'm a big Miguel Ferrero fan. He's in RoboCop. Oh, he's so cute.
He's so wonderful. I almost worked a line from Starship Troopers into my wedding vows. That's how much I love it. It was what he says when he's promoted, you're it till you die, or I find someone better. It would have been perfect. I'm very romantic. But so with I'm working on a theory where this exists in one of the other Paul Vanderhoosen's movies, where it's either Starship Trooper or RoboCop, and she goes to LA.
Yes.
So
yes,
there's an opening.
There is. Yeah, that could work itself somehow. Okay.
But anyway, so in our research, and the drinking game for this went really well, to the point where, like, our notes for this one were really short.
Not very extensive.
Like, my notes for the third one were over half a page, and my notes for this one were, like, a small little paragraph. But anyway, in our research for the movie, I found that the screenwriter came up with the idea and wrote down an idea on a napkin, and then got $2 million for the idea that he wrote on a napkin. So I've asked my co-host Lizzie to come up with a $2 million napkin idea. And Lizzie, do you need a minute? You got it.
The first thing that came to my mind.
What is your $2 million napkin idea?
I hope you can read my handwriting.
Thank you. All right. Okay, so for $2 million, Lizzie has written me at the beginning of a screenplay, Moon Shoes That Take You to the Moon, the movie.
Yeah.
I appreciate the moon shoes that take you to the moon, the movie. Lizzie, sell me on this movie idea.
They made a movie out of Legos. They made a movie out of Transformers.
They made a movie out of Angry Birds.
Out of Angry Birds.
Did you know there's an emojis movie coming out?
Are you kidding me?
No, it's real. Look it up.
These people.
Yeah.
This country. So now we're going to make a movie out of moon shoes. That's my thought.
All right, I like it. Moon shoes that take you to the moon.
That take you to the moon. The movie.
$2 million.
$2
million
at least.
idea right there.
Gimme.
Beautiful. What is your spotlight for this viewing?
My spotlight for this movie.
And I have a couple, so feel free to go.
So I've just decided, and he's really been making the movie for me for a while now, but I told you before we even did this, I took a test online that said, who is your Showgirls boyfriend? And I got Tony Tony something. Anyways, and that test was totally accurate. He is my Showgirls boyfriend.
For those of you who don't remember, he is the production manager who is the self-proclaimed prick, who does the audition process and who hands her the ice for her nipples, which we'll discuss later.
Why aren't you erect?
Why aren't you erect?
Not his best, not really selling why. I just like how upfront he is about being a shit. So many other people in the show, like Kyle MacLachlan's character Zach, like James Smith, they present themselves as being trustworthy and good, and then they end up being shits. And I just feel like from the beginning, he's like, I'm a fucking prick, and I'm rude to people, and that's just what I do. And I really appreciate him being upfront. I think he's kind of funny. He's the kind of guy that when he is nice to you, you're like when he says it or does something nice, it's kind of, it's
kind of sweet.
I feel like he and Gay, the girl,
the
one girl, I feel like they have a real friendship. Like, they're dancing at the end, but I don't think there's anything sexual.
No.
I feel like if there was, he would say, hey, I want to have sex with you. Like, he wouldn't be weird. He would just say it, and then, I just like him.
So he's one of the few straightforward characters. I will give you that.
Yes.
Yeah, he's one of the only ones that doesn't lie or compromise morality. Like, he's very clear on what his morality is, and so then it is not compromised. We also discussed, do we want to bring it up? Do you want to do let's do my spotlight, and then we'll bring up what made Lizzie cry. We're both criers, so we knew it was going to happen. Like, we knew before going in, we were both going to cry at some point. And Lizzie hit the 10-hour mark and found where she was going to cry. But first, we'll do my spotlight. My spotlight this time, I really like the redheaded guy, Marvin.
Yes.
Marvin.
He is great.
He is really good. The redheaded choreographer, Marvin or whatever. And I want his thrust it as a ringtone. I want it as a ringtone. I really enjoy Marvin. I think his acting is phenomenal. I think his sweaters are great. Marvin this time just really was this like beacon of hope that I feel like actually that whole team, Marvin Gaye and Tony are committed to their roles and are good actors. And Marvin's thrust it for me just did it this time. All right, so Lizzie, you want to talk about...
So I'm a crier. Oh, well, I should just say, so the last viewing, we could not talk. We couldn't say anything to each other.
Viewing number 3. This was 4. We're talking about 3.
Viewing number 4, we watched it with the closed captions on, because I've found sometimes when you do that, especially with movies you watch over and over again, there'll be lines that you never caught before or that you thought, like, maybe you misheard. This time, this is the 4th time I've watched this really vicious rape scene.
Yeah.
And it's gonna go one direction for me. Either it's really gonna start affecting me, which it did this view, or I'm gonna start laughing at it, which I just
I completely
like laughing at it to keep from crying.
Yeah, and I completely admit that because we're using my phone to record this, when the rape scene comes on, I'm like, we're close to the end of the movie. I'm gonna get my phone ready.
Right.
I've been coughing
You've been
out.
disassociating from this rape scene, and I've been watching it head on. And with the captions on, there is a line that I didn't catch before. But this viewing, you catch that when he throws her down to rape her, he says, black pussy. And that just, Molly doesn't deserve any of that. But just, to have that in your head as that's happening, I mean, you think nothing's going to make it worse or anything, but that just, and it really kind of hit home because I'd been wondering, why doesn't he do that to Nomi? He never seems like he's gonna rape Nomi.
He gets a little.
The guards are outside the door.
But,
they're not inside the door like they were with Molly. It's like with Molly, they were gonna take this opportunity to take advantage of this person.
Which, with the situation, you would think Nomi is the better time There's not a party.
Yeah,
there's nothing.
Like, we're gonna violently rape someone. Again, that would be the time, not when there's a party going on.
Yeah.
And yet he chooses to do it to Molly, and then they say that, and I just started crying. And I'm sorry.
It's okay. Mine is coming.
Those are tears. She's crying.
I don't know where it's gonna be.
It's finally happened. Now you are the one. I'm
it's
sure
coming.
it is.
But yeah, I feel bad for her because then she wakes up knowing like I was victimized on the level of being a woman,
Yeah.
but I was also victimized on the level of being black.
Mm.
You know? And I also
Damn it.
think it might say something that like there's 3 men in that situation. It's the 2 white men who are engaging very viciously with her body, and the black guy is almost off camera. Like he's holding her down, he's engaged, but like we don't see him engaging viciously with her body.
Mm-hmm.
Which also, can we talk about that? What's his face? Andrew does this thing with her face. Here's her face, okay? This is him. He goes, like he doesn't lick it.
Why?
He just like hits
Why?
it with his tongue.
What does that do?
And I've looked and I was like, is he licking the blood? He could be licking the blood. I was like, is he like inserting his tongue into her ear? It's not quite the right placement. Like he's just like
he's just
attacking her cheek with his
her
tongue.
More.
Yeah.
He's
But
just
it's
making
just
it
strange.
gross
It's-
and weird.
Yeah.
Why
Like-
make it weird, Rob? Like,
Why make it weird? Why make it racist? Why not just a good straightforward rape? Like,
yeah.
you know.
I mean, that's all I'm asking for at this point. 4 views into Showgirls. All I'm asking for is a good, straightforward rape and none of this goddamn bullshit.
I keep watching the movie and remembering the first time I saw that scene where like he goes off with her and she's had a crush on him and
She's
masturbated.
totally down.
She's totally down. And they go off and then Nomi's dancing with Kyle MacLachlan. And I'm like, the end. Everyone gets a happy ending.
Yeah. The end.
Everyone's just like, you know, it's like cutting off Sound of Music before the Nazis.
You're right.
Just the end. You know, but no.
No, we
No.
gotta keep going with this movie for like another 30, 40 minutes. 30
And on that
minutes.
note, we have to keep going with this movie for another 12 hours. But this was the last viewing where it's just the Elizabeths.
Yeah, we should be having someone show up soon.
Soon.
The
And I am
dog's
kind of
freaking out,
excited
so
because we've gotten so into certain elements of the background and so into different things that I want to share it with people. Because these videos have not been long enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. You
Let's
ready?
fucking do this.
All right. So we're gonna pause till our guests arrive.
Yeah.
And keep eating our burgers and sealing our pact, and we'll see you after the 5th showing.
After the 5th showing.